Imagine walking into a crowded room and noticing two men standing by the corner. One is smiling nervously, constantly asking people what they think, adjusting his shirt, trying to make sure everyone likes him. The other stands tall, calm, and confident, scanning the room quietly, making decisions effortlessly and never seeking approval from anyone. You might not even realize it consciously, but your attention is drawn to the second man. There's something about the way he moves, the way he holds himself that commands your attention without him saying a single word. You can feel it in your body, even if your mind tries to convince you otherwise. This is the hidden truth about attraction. What we say we want is often very different from what our bodies respond to. Science shows that subtle signals of confidence and self-assured dominance trigger powerful biological responses, far more than charm, money, or looks alone. And the fascinating part? Many people never notice it. They only trust the words and ignore the signals their body is already sending. As one researcher once said, the body rarely lies, even when the mind insists it does. Welcome to Pamela Talks, where we dive deep into the hidden truths about attraction and what really makes women drawn to men. Today, we're uncovering surprising science-backed insights that most people don't talk about. There was a study so controversial and so uncomfortable that it was shut down before it could be published. Researchers found a single trait that made women more attracted to men than looks, money, or status combined. The results were so politically sensitive that the university banned the study. This wasn't a small experiment. It involved hundreds of participants, carefully controlled conditions, and measurable biological responses. The findings were clear. Women's arousal, pursuit behavior, and expressed attraction all increased in response to this one trait more than any other factor. But when the lead researcher tried to share the results, the university blocked it, calling it too controversial and likely to cause outrage. The study's data is real, even though you'll never see it in academic journals. Today, I'm going to reveal what the banned study discovered and why the results were considered explosive. The goal of the research was to measure which male traits triggered the strongest biological attraction in women. Not what women said they liked, but what their bodies actually responded to. Researchers brought together groups of women and exposed them to men showing different traits. Physical attractiveness was controlled. Men looked similar, but one specific behavioral trait was varied to see its effect clearly. The researchers measured everything they could. They tracked pupil dilation, heart rate, hormone levels, brain activity, reward center activation, verbal reactions, and behavioral choices about which men women wanted to spend time with. One group of men acted highly agreeable. They sought approval, asked for input on decisions, showed uncertainty, and deferred to women's preferences. Basically, classic nice guy behavior. Another group acted dominant. They made decisions without asking permission, held strong eye contact, spoke with confidence, took charge, and didn't care about approval. They weren't aggressive or rude, just clearly dominant. The researchers wanted to see which behavior, dominance or agreeableness, caused stronger attraction. The results were so extreme that even the researchers were shocked. Women's biological responses were dramatically higher to dominant male behavior than to anything else tested, including physical attractiveness. Pupil dilation, a clear sign of attraction, increased noticeably when women saw dominant behavior. Heart rates went up, and hormone analysis showed rises in both testosterone and estrogen in women exposed to dominance. Brain scans revealed reward center activation patterns similar to those seen in addiction. But the most controversial part? Women's stated preferences didn't match their bodies' reactions. Verbally, they said they liked agreeable men, but their biology told a different story. Agreeable men created polite interest but minimal arousal. Dominant men caused verbal denial but massive biological responses. Women said they liked the nice guys, but their bodies reacted strongly to the dominant men. The behavioral results were even clearer. When women were asked who they wanted to spend more time with, most chose the dominant men, even though they claimed they preferred agreeable personalities. Their actions completely contradicted their words. The follow-up tests caused the most controversy. Researchers had men approach women in simulated dating situations, either acting dominant or agreeable. Dominant men received far more phone numbers, more physical contact initiated by women, and more pursuit behavior. Agreeable men got polite conversation but rarely progressed further. Women were friendly but showed almost no sexual interest. Dominant approaches created immediate tension and pursuit, even when women said they didn't like it. It's important to explain what dominance meant in this study because it's often misunderstood. The dominant behavior that triggered attraction wasn't aggression or rudeness. It was decisiveness, confidence, a strong personal frame, and no need for approval. These men made decisions without asking permission, shared opinions clearly, maintained their position when challenged, and acted like they didn't need anyone's validation. It showed in calm confidence, planning without asking, "Is this okay?" Stating clear preferences, holding eye contact comfortably, speaking with certainty, and not being shaken by challenges. Agreeable behavior that failed looked completely different. These men constantly sought input, asked permission for decisions, hedged their statements with "maybe" or "I don't know," avoided strong opinions, broke eye contact when challenged, and showed anxiety about her response. The difference came down to presence. Dominant men filled the space naturally and acted from internal authority. Agreeable men were hesitant and looked for approval before acting. Women's bodies responded strongly to the first type and largely ignored the second. Genuine dominance can't be faked. It has to be real. But you can develop this type of dominance through certain practices. First, stop asking for approval before making decisions. Plan something confidently and then invite her input. For example, say, "We're going to this restaurant at 7. Where would you like to go? What time works for you?" Second, state your opinions clearly without hedging. Don't say, "I kind of maybe think this, but I'm not sure." "What do you think?" Say, "I think this," and then ask for her opinion. Your certainty creates respect and attraction, while uncertainty creates neither. Third, hold your position when challenged. If she disagrees, acknowledge it but stay firm. Avoid folding just to prevent conflict. Fourth, remove approval-seeking language from your speech. Don't say sorry for things that aren't mistakes. Don't ask, "Is that okay?" after making reasonable decisions, and avoid constantly checking her emotional state. Fifth, build genuine confidence through real achievements. True dominance comes from actual skill, results, and accomplishments. This authentic confidence naturally shows in behavior. Sixth, don't let her emotions control you. If she's upset, stay calm. If she's testing you or withdrawing approval, remain centered. Your emotional state shouldn't depend on her reactions. Women respond to real self-assured dominance, not pretend confidence. The band research changes the way you should approach attraction. Stop trying to be overly agreeable to win her over. The data shows that being too nice actually reduces attraction. Even when women say they want agreeable men, their bodies respond to the opposite behavior. What women claim they like is often unreliable. Trust the behavioral and biological data over verbal statements. Build genuine dominance through skill, achievement, and confidence. Then show it through decisive actions, strong frame, and no approval seeking. Being nice without dominance may earn respect and friendship, but it won't create desire. Dominance creates desire, while niceness without it creates comfort. The band study confirms what many men have observed but couldn't explain scientifically. Women respond more strongly to dominant male behavior than to agreeableness, regardless of what they say. The research showed measurable arousal to dominance, while agreeableness triggered little response. Even though women claimed they preferred agreeable men, the findings proved otherwise. Dominance means decisiveness, confidence, strong frame, and zero approval seeking. It's not aggression, but self-assured authority. Apply it by making decisions confidently, stating opinions clearly, holding your position when challenged, removing approval-seeking language, and building real confidence through achievement. Women's bodies respond to dominant behavior, even when they deny it verbally. If this band study opened your eyes to the gap between what women say and what actually triggers attraction, subscribe. I'm sharing truths that challenge comfortable narratives but reveal reality. Hit subscribe to see what really works based on data they tried to hide, and understand the behaviors that create genuine desire and attraction. Stop trusting stated preferences and focus on biological responses and behavioral choices. This is what actually drives attraction. The idea of female attraction being influenced more by male behavior than looks or status is fascinating and often misunderstood. Studies like the one we've been discussing suggest that women's bodies respond to cues of dominance, confidence, and decisiveness, even if they consciously say they prefer nice or agreeable men. This doesn't mean aggression or cruelty is attractive. It's about the way a man carries himself, makes decisions, and takes charge without needing constant validation. Women's biology reacts to these signals because, on a subconscious level, dominance indicates capability, strength, and the ability to protect and lead, traits that have been important throughout human evolution. Attraction isn't just about superficial traits like looks, wealth, or charm. The studies we've been discussing suggest that the underlying driver is how a man carries himself and how he behaves in social interactions. Dominance, in this context, is about being a man who is confident in his decisions, calm under pressure, and consistent in his actions. Women's biology reacts to these signals because they indicate reliability, leadership, and the ability to create stability, which are deeply ingrained traits from an evolutionary perspective. These traits signal strength without the need for aggression, which is why dominance can be both subtle and powerful. A key part of developing dominance is emotional control. Many men let their emotions, especially fear of rejection or desire for approval, guide their behavior. The research shows that women respond to men who remain grounded and calm, regardless of social tests or challenges. If she disapproves, withdraws approval, or even challenges you, a dominant man doesn't panic or change his behavior. He stays steady. This consistency communicates reliability, self-assurance, and leadership, traits that biology recognizes as attractive. Over time, small behaviors like holding your ground, maintaining eye contact, and speaking confidently reinforce this perception, making women respond instinctively. This topic also reveals why nice guys finish last. Kindness and agreeableness are positive traits, but without dominance, they don't trigger sexual attraction. Being overly accommodating, constantly seeking approval, or hedging your opinions signals hesitation and lack of internal authority. Women's bodies detect this and respond with low arousal. Essentially, you can be incredibly kind, respectful, and empathetic. But if it isn't paired with self-assured dominance, it often results in friendship rather than desire. True attraction balances warmth with confidence, and dominance provides the latter. Finally, this research emphasizes the disconnect between conscious preference and subconscious attraction. Social norms teach women to value kindness, communication, and empathy, and they may consciously report these as what they want. But biology responds to different cues: decisiveness, presence, confidence, and competence. Understanding this helps men focus on developing traits that naturally trigger attraction rather than trying to manipulate or over-please. It's about becoming the best version of yourself, cultivating real internal authority, and letting that show in your behavior. When done authentically, this approach aligns both conscious interaction and subconscious attraction, creating desire, respect, and long-term interest. Developing genuine dominance also involves how you handle social situations with women. It's not about being loud, overbearing, or controlling. It's about being calm, collected, and decisive. Small actions matter. Walking into a room confidently, choosing where to go without hesitation, speaking clearly and without constantly asking permission, and showing comfort in your own decisions. These subtle signals are picked up subconsciously. Women notice them even when they aren't aware. Dominance is in presence, tone, posture, and how you carry yourself, not just words. Every confident, decisive action sends a signal that your internal authority is strong, which is far more attractive than simply being nice or agreeable. Another layer is consistency over time. Dominance isn't a single act or a one-time behavior, it's a pattern. Women's biology responds to repeated signals of confidence and self-assured behavior. A man who constantly changes his decisions, seeks approval, or reacts nervously to small challenges signals instability, which lowers attraction. On the other hand, a man who consistently handles situations with calm authority creates trust and desire simultaneously. Real dominance is steady, reliable, and natural. It doesn't rely on tricks or manipulation. The more consistent your self-assured behavior, the stronger the attraction response becomes. Understanding this also changes the way men should approach dating and relationships. Instead of overthinking what women say they want or trying to act overly agreeable to earn affection, the focus should be on improving oneself and demonstrating competence and internal authority. Achieving personal goals, building skills, and taking responsibility for your life not only improves confidence, but naturally communicates dominance. Women instinctively respond to this because it signals security, capability, and leadership, the traits biology favors in a mate. This is why men who focus on self-development often see attraction grow organically without forcing it. Emotional independence is equally crucial. Women respond more to men who aren't controlled by their emotional state. If a woman expresses frustration, tests you, or withdraws approval, a dominant man remains grounded. Reacting emotionally or trying to immediately fix her reaction signals dependency and reduces attraction. Dominance is shown by maintaining calm, confidence, and decision-making ability, even in emotionally charged situations. Over time, this creates a pattern of attraction that's deeply rooted in biology because it signals reliability, security, and leadership, key drivers of subconscious sexual interest. Lastly, it's important to balance dominance with warmth and social intelligence. Dominance alone without empathy can feel intimidating or off-putting. True attraction comes when a man combines self-assured authority with social awareness, humor, and kindness. This balance ensures that confidence doesn't become arrogance, and that dominance is expressed in a way that feels safe, appealing, and magnetic. The Band study confirms that dominance is not about being mean. It's about showing real internal authority while maintaining social connection. When done correctly, this creates desire, respect, and long-term attraction simultaneously. So, to wrap this up, the research we've talked about shows something important. Attraction isn't just about looks, money, or being nice. Women's bodies respond to confidence, decisiveness, and genuine self-assured behavior, even when their words say otherwise. Dominance isn't aggression, it's calm authority, clarity in decisions, and not seeking approval for every choice. By building real skills, taking responsibility, and staying grounded in your own confidence, you naturally show the traits that trigger attraction. Being kind is important, but without confidence and decisiveness, it often leads to friendship, not desire. Focus on becoming your best, most capable self, and the attraction will follow naturally. Thanks for watching Pamela Talks. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon so you don't miss any of my insights. And if this opened your eyes, drop a comment with the word "awakened" to let me know you're ready to see the truth about attraction.